welcome to another broadcast of Jerusalem's Gate. I hope everybody's doing good. This North Korea situation, it looks like it's a standoff between the United States and North Korea. Wanted to show you this article and this video. It's out of Reuters. China seethes on sidelines amid latest North Korea crisis. Let's first watch the video. Let's watch the video first, and then we'll go on with the article.
North Korea.
As Donald Trump's fire and fury comments step up tensions with North Korea, some experts are getting worried about a lack of channels that could prevent the situation from spinning out of control. Back in the Cold War era, the US and Russia set up hotlines and satellites to communicate and keep track of each other's military developments. But as Reuters' Jonathan Landay reports, no safety net like that exists with Pyongyang.
Trump's comments were off the cuff and were quite inflammatory. In cases where you have these crisis management mechanisms, the United States would be able to get in touch with, say, Russia to explain what the president really meant, that he didn't mean the United States was on the verge of attacking Russia. In the case of North Korea, there are very few avenues by which the United States can contact North Korea and put Trump's comments into context.
With no diplomatic relations, there's just a handful of low-key ways for the two sides to try and calm things down. The UN in New York, their embassies in China, or at the border between the North and South. But experts say that may not stand up in a crisis. It took decades to set up the Moscow-Washington hotline, and even then, glitches in the system brought the two sides close to conflict.
There have, in fact, been such incidents, many of which included malfunctions of early warning systems that created perceptions that perhaps one side was getting ready to attack the other. Thankfully, none of those incidents led to a war and were, in fact, de-escalated very quickly.
One of the last secure lines of communication was cut 4 years ago, a channel between the North and South that Kim Jong-un has refused to restore. And in the words of one analyst, public statements and tweets simply won't be enough to untangle today's crisis.
Well, what you see here, the reason mutually assured destruction theory worked with the United States and Russia all these years is that Russia had an understanding of that we can destroy their country completely, and we understood that they can destroy our country completely. So there was mutually assured that both sides would be destroyed and nobody would be a winner. Well, dealing with Kim, he doesn't understand the theory of mutually assured destruction. I doubt that he can completely wipe out the United States. I know without a shadow of doubt we can completely wipe out North Korea. But as time waits, as the second hand clicks on the clock, North Korea is getting closer and closer to stockpiling their ICBMs and perfecting their ICBMs. But let's read a little of the article here. Let me get that out the way. Beijing Reuters, angered at the United States and its allies, ignored Chinese calls to calm tensions over North Korea, and distracted by domestic concerns, China is largely sitting out the latest crisis with nuclear armed Pyongyang. While a conflict on the Korean Peninsula would affect China, and in worst-case scenarios unleash a radioactive cloud or waves of refugees into its northeast, Beijing has kept a low profile as tension has escalated in recent days. So, China is kind of stuck in the middle of this, and I wanted to get this news out to you as soon as possible. Remember to turn to the Lord in these troublesome times. The Lord will save us. Don't put our trust in our great military power. Although that's important, put our trust in the Lord. In the name of Yeshua, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, amen. God bless you all, and God protect you and your family.